Alright, so today I didn't make a ton of progress, just because I had to work most of today, and then, yeah, but I got some stuff done. I pretty much finished up the cards page for real now. So I went on to the skills page. As you can see, I didn't really add much, just these boxes down here, but, um, it only took me like an hour and a half to get that done. Well, not just adding the boxes, but also like going through. And now, if you, oh, whoops, I hit the wrong button. If you go through and you type, it's like 1 is -5, 2, 3, 4. It sets the right value, so that's cool. Yeah, so let's walk through what I added today in the actual code. All right, so let's start off with skills button. I added all of these boxes basically, um, and I appended them. Basically that. But so yeah, that was pretty easy. But then I had to go in and do all of this, every single last one of these. I had to get the different colors and stuff. I mean, after I figured out how to, really, it was figuring out how to do first one up here, and I mostly just copied it. I also increased the row spacing just a little bit. But yeah, next most important thing, because that's just like the container, right? The thing I just showed you. But now we have to go through and do this function. So what this function does is a little messy. I don't really like it, but it gets the job done. A lot of it has to be in the order it's in. Um, so yeah. So first we create that left box you saw that I was like writing the numbers in. Uh, then we add its class. This makes it so that you can only type two letters or numbers or whatever, right? I mean, it should only be numbers in there, which I don't have code to make sure that it is only numbers, so I should probably do that tomorrow. But yeah, this makes sure there's only two numbers because you'll only ever need two numbers in D&D. No way, even in my tabletop RPG where I want those numbers to kind of like skyrocket, no way will you ever get a triple digits. So yeah, two numbers. This, for some reason, even though it was like the box was big enough to contain, like it was clearly like there's, as you could see, there was like a lot of space, like not enough for like a third thing, but there was a good amount of space in the box to contain two numbers. But I had to set this because they kept on like putting the first number down and then you had to scroll down to see the second number, but only in the boxes that weren't the strength box. It's really weird. Uh, so yeah, that's what this is for. This just sets the ID. This just sets like a starter, whatever. It just sets it at 10 to begin with, because that's like the standard, I guess. Here it just, oh, this appends it. This makes it so that it's like actually in the strength box. And then this, we'll get back to. This just creates the, this, sorry, I think this isn't needed anymore. I just realized that, but whatever. This creates the box to the right that was like getting its number changed based off of the number I was typing in. And this makes it so that the right one is read only. And this makes it so that you can see it. Now let's go back up to this. This was annoying because I looked up several different things like on how to do it. And the most upvoted answer on like what's it called? I don't even remember, it doesn't matter. But like the most upvoted answer was not the one I implemented. and it didn't even work, which was really annoying. Like it was like function input or something, and it just didn't work. So I ended up doing this. This just like whenever you release a key, it will do a function basically that you set it to. Or really, it'll do anything. It doesn't have to be a function. It could set the um set the background color to purple. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, but function is usually what it does. So I have a function. It takes in the ID of the box so that it doesn't like switch. You know, you put in the number for the strength box and it switches the dex box for some reason. So it gets that ID. Then we go down here. We have that ID as we can see. And then this calculates the modifier. This was interesting because I was using .inner HTML, but apparently inner HTML is just like what the like website loads, like at the very beginning, and you can change it. Dot value is like at least for the text box or the text area, it's what is actually like the actual value of it. So yeah, I just looked up how D&D calculates it because that's how Pathfinder does it. That's how I'm going to do it. So, and I remember like I've made I made a little app before for like a school project, and we used Modulo to figure it out. But yeah, it's just -10 divided by 2. I don't know why we use Modulo. Actually, I was gonna use Modulo again, but in a different way. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, this is much easier calculation. I'm pretty sure takes probably takes less time to do it. But unlike Java, JavaScript does only has one type of number, and it's a float number. Like it's always a decimal. So in order to make it not a decimal, I have to round down because that's what D&D does. It like rounds down on basically everything. Oh, I say D&D. I mean, this is slightly based off of D&D, so I guess it's not wrong, but whatever. So yeah, round down. This just makes the ID the first part in like strength box because the actual ID it's getting is like strength box ability score. So I make it just strength box here. Then I do that. I add a ability mod to it. I change the value of the ability mod into mod. And yeah, it's updated. That's pretty much everything I got done today, which really isn't a lot, unfortunately. I really wanted to be done with the skills today because if I look at the calendar, tomorrow I'll have exactly 1 week to get everything else done, and that's probably not enough time. We'll see. I'm really hoping to be done with this by the end of January, at least with the prototype, but we'll see. Anyways, ciao.